Hey, what's up, guys? Just wanted to touch base. I know I don't make these videos as often as what I should, but there's really not a whole lot going on in the market right now, anyway. Uh, the Pretty much Wall Street has been like on their vacation for the holidays or whatever. I think next week they should start opening up, and we should start to see some movement. Um, Guys, AMC isn't a done deal, and you can't listen to all these other people like on YouTube and stuff because like there a bunch of them are a bunch of kids that don't have any experience in this stuff. If you do listen to the people listen to like Al from Boston, I've been listening to a lot from him. And Teddy Zane, I've been listening to a lot from him, and of course Lou versus Wall Street. These guys have a little more experience, and everything that they've been talking about is the stuff that's actually coming true. Now, me, I'm learning as we go. Like, I'm learning with you guys. So over this last year, me and a couple of my buddies were talking about, well, so what did we learn this last year? We learned that you know what, we're becoming investors. And it's not an easy game. It's not for the weak hearted, and it's not, you can't fall to all the psychological bullshit that's out there. um one of my favorite sayings that I keep hearing is, "This isn't Sesame Street, this is Wall Street," and like, it makes people or breaks people. So that's just chances that we're gonna have to take. AMC is not a done deal. AMC is gonna rise, and it is gonna squeeze, and I believe that it is gonna squeeze here pretty quick. Hopefully by the end of this month, we're gonna see. We should start seeing some movement next week and the week after, when the guys come back from their holiday vacations and stuff. And Gary Gensler is putting all these new regulations and stuff into place. We should start seeing some pretty big movement. And actually, like, you have the whole tech side of it. Like, you can't really follow the line because all we're doing is watching a computer program that's been programmed against us. So you're just going to continue seeing like it attack whatever we're doing. Nothing that we do as investors or as in retail, et cetera, is going to move that line to the upside. So it doesn't really matter if we're going to close, like the call options, close on the money. It doesn't matter if major institutions keep buying in, because major institutions have been buying in like hundreds of millions of dollars, and that's just not the way it's going to work. Um, so as far as like Gary Gensler on his end, he is kind of designing like another market to replace the market technologically, if that makes sense. And they're kind of, what we're hearing is they're running in parallel right now. And once they shut off the switch to the old market and the new market takes over, all of them failure to delivers and all of them shorts that they're going to have to cover, they should start going in. And instead of all of our orders being parked in the side and not going into Wall Street, that should force them to go into Wall Street. Now, we also got to take a look at what Citadel's doing. Citadel was they're going to try to open up their own IPO, which they're going to short themselves, because everybody else is going to short the shit out of that because of what they've been doing this last 6 months to a year or so. So we know that that's going to happen, and by them doing that, we know that this play is almost done and it's almost getting ready to get wrapped up. So and like I said, the we don't know how high this is going to go. Do I think it's going to hit 50 million or 50,000 a share? I don't even know if we're going to hit $5,000 a share, guys. But that's why we're doing multiple plays. Like, they're going to have the first round, which is going to be GME and it's going to be AMC. And after those squeeze, and you're probably not going to get the number that you were hoping for, but that's why we had the brackets that we talked about the last couple of months. So you have like your low end bracket, your mid bracket, your higher end bracket of where it can go. But that all is it depends on what bracket we hit, because of the momentum that it's going to have in the market, and that's not up to us. That's up to the higher institutions. Like, there's like, don't forget, guys, that there's major institutions that have like hundreds of thousands of shares or even millions of shares that they bought in at like $4. So if once that hits $500 to $800, you know how much money that they're making, they're going to be get pulled out. So we got to keep in mind, we're still a lot of people are really thinking anywhere 250 to 350 to 500 to $800 might be like what the first realistic bracket is. And then depending on the momentum, we can see, because in a lot of people, once they start seeing these numbers in their bank account, they're going to be hit and sell. Like, that's the number I need to buy pay for my house, pay for my car, that's going to be the sell price, and you can't really blame anybody for that. Now, I really don't think that the majority of retail investors are going to be holding out to $500,000 a share. I mean, it's very possible, but is it realistic? I don't think so. So with the experience that we're getting as becoming investors over this last year and a half, more investors, a lot of us have been trading and investing for years. Like I've been investing for several years also, but it was through like UPS stocks and 401k, etc., stuff like that. Not really into this retail end of it. I've only got about a year and a half experience, I'm learning with you guys also. But we're learning that, like, you can't just throw $20 in there and make $100 overnight. Yes, that can happen with some like cryptos and stuff like that. But the crypto market is like the wild, wild west, and eventually a lot of that stuff's going to go away. So we have to compound this and make it in multiple plays. That's why I'm very happy with the AMC position that I have right now. But I'm also working on my sundial position, and I truly believe that that's going to be part of the second phase. Now, after these first two rise, then I believe that there's going to be a second phase, and then there's going to be a third phase, which is going to be like Naked and etc. Whatever else. There's other meme stocks out there, the Nokias and Bed Bath Beyond, etc. And they're going to be going as well. So, and after that, what Gary Gensler is doing is he's trying to make this market a better market for all of us. And it's not just going to be like, oh, Gary Gensler, why are you not doing this with AMC? Gary Gensler's in charge of the whole market. So hopefully it could be more honest, and we can go back to like what we were doing before, where we're going to put long positions in like Tesla, Amazon, Apple, Google, stuff like that. And I really want to get a pretty decent portfolio where I'm getting nothing but dividend paying stocks. And then as well as the crypto market, but we're not going to go into like all them other altcoins and stuff. We're going to go in the big ones that they're going to be guaranteed. Like Bitcoin is going to be guaranteed. Cardano is going to be guaranteed. Ethereum is going to be guaranteed. And they're not going anywhere. So if you're invested in those, that's very wise. And you can't expect to become, well, I'm losing, I'm down 10% or whatever, but that's not how you need to think about it mentally. You need to throw your money, treat it like a savings account, and eventually it is going to grow. Like a lot of the older cats that I've been talking to, like retirement people and people that are already retired, they always said too, like if they were to put money on a position, they would forget about it for like 4 or 5 years and then they go back. I think that's truly the way that we need to do it. It's just too easy and too psychological to be looking at the apps on the phones and following the lines and following all this and that, and you get all these notifications because they're trying to make quick money off of us. So that's where we need to mature as investors and take advantage of that, and we need to understand how the game really works, and which I think we really are maturing as investors. So that being said, AMC between $250 to $350 at the low end, $500 to $800 kind of toward the top end of that bracket. As long as we have the momentum, then we can go to the $800, $1,000 to $5,000 a share. Hoping on $5,000 a share, but nobody knows what we're gonna see. It'd be amazing if we can hit $10,000 to $13,000 a share, because in the dark pools right now, AMC is trading for about $13,000. But when that other system goes live, the dark pool numbers are going to come like this, and our number is going to go like that, and it's going to meet at that sweet spot, but we don't know where that's going to be at. So don't be greedy, because if you are greedy, then you might miss out on this, and be appreciative. If you have 50 shares, 100 shares, 250 shares, etc. And whatever that's going to make you, as far as like $250 to $300 per share, if that's enough to pay off your house and get somewhat out of debt, well, if you have money left over, roll that into another position, and that's how we're going to be eventually. You become millionaires, and it's not going to be overnight. But there's a lot of that manipulative stuff on YouTube where they try to get us, and no lie, like us being retail investors, Wall Street thinks of us as a bunch of idiots, and that's just another way to take our money, which they successfully done that in a way, but they also did lose by us holding on to AMC, and this is pretty much a done deal. What I've been seeing is all the pieces are in place and it's ready to run, but we got to be smart about it. Watch the motivation and the momentum of the stock when it does start running, and good luck to everybody. And if you don't make the number that you want, be appreciative for what you do get, because man, for dumping like a couple months, $50 here, $20 there, you could easily turn that couple bucks into 3, 4 years, 5 years of actual wages. So keep compounding that and put those into other plays. And I truly believe that after the three phases that these meme stocks are going to go to, the market is going to be a different market for us. So we could start doing more logical plays and long-term plays, and get more into like the dividend paying stocks. And crypto is, I would definitely put 40% easily into cryptocurrencies. So yeah, if you guys have any questions or anything, always hit me up. So just kind of wanted to touch base, and we'll see. Good luck to the next week or two. Hopefully within 3 weeks this will all be said and done, but who knows. Talk to you guys soon.